The Moth's awakening, the illusion of power and the billionaire flames. In the endless night where moths flutter, drawn to the glow of artificial light, there are those who own the flames. They are not like the moths. They do not chase light, they create it. Their torches burn with wealth, their lanterns shimmer with influence, and their hands hold the strings that guide the restless creatures below. These are the billionaires, the oligarchs, the unseen architects of the night. They do not fear the flames because they do not fly toward them, they set them. The moths do not see this. They believe the light is truth, salvation, the promise of something greater. They do not know that the fires they chase were placed there not to guide them, but to keep them flying in circles, never questioning, never breaking free. 1. The keepers of the fire, how power feeds the moth's illusion. The wealthy elite, the powerful figures behind movements that thrive on fear, division, and nostalgia, have mastered the art of controlling the moth's journey. They know the moth craves direction, so they manufacture the light. The illusion of stress, they present strongmen leaders, unyielding and uncompromising, convincing the moths that power is more important than truth. The illusion of return, they whispered that the past was golden, that it can be restored if only they follow the right flame. The illusion of the enemy, they create shadows, tell the moths that the real threat is others, so they do not look up and question the ones holding the fire. They do not believe in the flames they create. They are not moths themselves. They are the keepers of the fire, ensuring that the moths never stop flying, never rest long enough to realize they are being used. 2. The false promise of transformation. Can the moth become a butterfly when the fire burns too bright? There are some moths that begin to see the truth. They feel the heat of the flames too closely, sense the manipulation, begin to wonder if they were meant to fly in a different direction. But the fire keepers anticipate this. They cannot let too many moths escape the cycle, so they create new flames. A new crisis, a new enemy, to pull them back. A new leader, promising change but only offering a different version of the same fire. A new illusion, making the moths believe that transformation means returning to an even older light. The moths that try to escape are met with ridicule, isolation. You are betraying your kind, the keepers whisper. You think you are better than the others? And so, many return, too afraid to fly alone. Yet, some do break free. 3. The butterfly's defiance. What happens when a moth refuses to burn? To truly become a butterfly, the moth must reject the fire entirely. This is not easy. The keepers of the fire will try to stop it. They will tell the moths that butterflies are weak, that transformation is dangerous, that the only path to survival is to cling to the old flames. But the butterfly does not need the fire. It has its own light. It does not chase old promises, it creates new possibilities. It does not fear change, it embraces transformation. It does not serve the fire keepers, it flies beyond their reach. The keepers of the fire fear the butterfly more than anything. Not because it is stronger than the moth, but because it is free. A butterfly cannot be controlled. It cannot be kept in the cycle of chasing illusions. If enough moths stop chasing, stop burning, stop believing the lies, the keepers of the fire lose their power. Their flames become meaningless because they were never meant to illuminate, only to trap. And so, the greatest fear of the powerful is not resistance, not defiance, but something far more dangerous. Awakening. Conclusion. The future is not in the fire, it's in the flight. The billionaires and oligarchs need the moths to remain moths. They need them to fear the darkness and cling to the fire, because a moth that questions the fire is a moth that will leave it behind. But when enough moths choose to transform, to let go of the flames that have burned them time and time again, they become something new. And once a moth becomes a butterfly, it never returns to the fire.